Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 7. Finally, here we are at episode 7 of Wednesday Night Asylum. And this is going to be a super show. I got so much to talk about to make up for last week and try to, you know, get in some for this week so we can get back on the roll again with Wednesday Night Asylum every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock p.m. on YouTube and right after the AEW Dynamite. Let's see. Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? Let's start with the UWO Valentine's Day. All right, UWO Valentine's Day, and I tell you what, we had a good time. Me and my boy, the Wise Man, had a great time. We went to Twin Peaks. I don't know if y'all have ever been to Twin Peaks or not. Twin Peaks is kind of like Hooters in a way, except instead of t-shirts and shorts, they wear sort of like Daisy Duke would wear in Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, girls were nice looking. Girls were nice, kind, generous. Got a lot of photos with us. They couldn't help but get photos with us, and we just had a great time at Twin Peaks. Then we went to NAWA Parade of Champions, and that's where these interviews came from that I posted to my channel. Interviews with Tommy Rich, interviews with a guy from NAWA, and I mean, and a guy from NWA, excuse me, it's just a tongue twister. And I was at the NAWA event interviewing a guy from NWA, and Alexander, oh gosh, I can't think of his name right now. But interviewed him, interviewed Zero's manager. Zero, of course, went for the inaugural NAWA World Championship. He came a little short, came short on that and lost. And so just one of those things, you know. At least he's, I guess you can say, at least he was part of the match. You know, he lost, but that surprised me that he lost. And then I also interviewed Tommy Rich, interviewed a guy from NWA, interviewed Terry Walker Lawler, interviewed who else interviewed Big Andy. All this can be found on my channel on my channel. So be sure to watch those videos, watch other videos, like and share those videos. There's around 300 videos, if not more than 300 videos on my channel. So of different things. Like I said, it's the Unknown Asylum for a reason. It's not just wrestling. It's not just about wrestling. It's the Unknown Asylum for a reason because you don't know until you know what you're going to get when you go log into the Unknown Asylum um, YouTube channel because I mean there's just no telling what you're gonna get. Honestly, I spread some videos at you, different interviews with different people across the board, and here we are. We're just now getting ready to finish up February 2026, and I've already interviewed the biggest wrestling star of 2026 that I've interviewed so far, and that is Tommy Wildfire Rich. He was very nice to me. I will give him that. He was very nice to me. And my buddy, the man of the hour, Phil Hefner, um, Corals, was nice enough to get that interview for me and hook me, line that interview up for me. And I really appreciate them both for that because Tommy Rich was really nice to go along with to do it. Teddy, Tony Atlas was there that night. Tony Atlas was there that night at the NAWA Parade of Champions event. He wouldn't do an interview with me. He refused to do an interview with me. At first, I understood why he refused to do an interview with me because he was talking to a pastor about the Lord. And I waited a little bit later on in the night, asked him after Tommy Rich did his interview with me. He was like, "No, Tommy Rich gave you enough, man. Tommy Rich gave you enough." And so he refused to do an interview with me. So I mean, I don't know if he thinks I was going to ask him about his shoe fetish or his fetish of being trampled upon or what. But I mean, even if he did think that, he admits it in Dark Side of the Ring. So, and I'm not talking bad about a person's kinks. I don't kink shame, but I just don't know what he thinks I was going to ask him. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what. I have no clue what he thinks I was going to ask him that night. But the UWO, we had fun at Twin Peaks. We had a great time in NAWA. We should be both going back to NAWA. Me and the Wise Man on Sunday, where we're going to see. Let me mark this off. Where we're going to see Tsunami face off against Fantasy in some women's action. And look, my buddies, my Wise Man is my friend and all, but I told him, I didn't feel too great, and I don't know if I would feel like going to wrestling tonight. All right, and my Wise Man doesn't drive for different reasons, but I said, how about we just go see Scream 7 that night instead of skipping wrestling? He goes, Scream. He goes NAWA. He said, "Isn't Tsunami wrestling fantasy that night?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think so." He's like, "Well, I'm not going to miss that." Da, 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 da. It's like, "Well, fine. Just stab your knife into my back, will you, Wise Man?" I mean, dadgummit, dude. It's like I don't know if I feel like going wrestling or not, and it's just like whatever, dude. He's like, "Well, I think I could take a cab to get there." Well, fine. If you want to take a cab to get there and back to your house and spend $30 in cab fees, plus $10 on a ticket, plus the time and effort to get there and back, go right ahead, Wise Man. Go ahead and do what you needed to do to watch a 5 to 7 minute match, if that, with two female wrestlers you've seen wrestle before. So I mean, did that hurt my feelings? Yeah, it hurt my feelings a little bit because I go to Twin Peaks with him whenever he wants to go. I go to Hooters with him whenever he wants to go. Um, I tote him around as he needs toting around, and it's just like the one night I don't feel like going to wrestling. It's like you're gonna stab me in the back. You're gonna stab me, and I mean this sarcastically. You're gonna stab me in the back to watch two women wrestle or two female wrestlers wrestle that you've seen watch wrestle countless times. I mean, for Christ's sake, y'all. I mean, whatever. But I'm feeling a little bit better today, so I'm looking forward to NAWA action this weekend. I really am, and I'm looking forward to NAWA action on March 15th. And so things are looking good. Things are looking good. I got a busy March ahead of me. I got a busy March because I have a 1FW Rum event coming up on March 21st. And let me see if I can pull up some of those matches, the card on the Rome event. And see here. Hold on. Y'all, I got to get back into Facebook. 1FW. Oh, I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there. Don't sign off now. Orange Cassidy and Harley Cameron versus Rosario Grillo and Valentino Rossi. One fall to lose War Games style match inside a steel cage. Inside a steel cage, a War Games match inside a steel cage. I don't know if that means two rings or one ring, whatever. There's a steel cage there. And on the teams are the 1FW heavyweight champion Bobby, 1FW heavyweight champion Brady Booker, Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn, and Brock Anderson, with Arn Anderson in their corner versus the superstars Jimmy Wild, Nikki Eight, Tommy Mars, and Brady Pierce. QT Marshall is also facing Andrade Del Iglo, and Jay Letho is facing Elijah Drago. Now going back to my Valentine's Day event at the 15th of February, rather, day after Valentine's Day, at the NAWA event. I saw that Drago guy wrestle. That guy's huge. I mean, that guy's bicep is the size of my face. And me and the boys from Wrestling for a Cause were joking. You don't need to mess with anybody named Drago. I mean, look at Rocky. Look at Rocky 4. Look how beat Rocky got in Rocky 4. That ruined his career. But boxing is just like, if Drago's in the name, man, just don't even fight him. Just walk the other direction. But I saw he wrestled the 1FW heavyweight champion that night and lost. And that 1FW heavyweight champion is also the big dude, man. But he's not as big as Drago. I mean, I'll be honest with you, he's just not. and just crazy, just crazy. One FW seems to be pretty cool. One FW is putting on a free show at the Dalton Big D's Flea Market on the 14th of March that I plan on going to, and I'm looking forward to this event. My wise man did get his tickets to this event, so I mean I can't be too mad at him or treat him too harshly. Um, because he did get his tickets to this event, and we do got meet and greet tickets to this event, and so that is on March the 21st. That I'm really looking forward to it. And okay, let me see where I'm gonna go to now. The NAWA show in Dalton that's coming up on March 1st. Like I said, Tsunami's facing Fantasy. Ty Rose is facing Ty Rose. Pat Rose's son is facing Big Andy. Um, the the NAWA World Heavyweight Championships on the line against a former NXT guy, and it's just like it's gonna be a big night. It's gonna be a big night. I'm looking forward to that night. I'm feeling better than I did. I didn't really feel too great, but I'm feeling better than I did, and I just want to move on, man. Move on. Let's see here. We had a couple. I forgot to say something starting off this show. I forgot to say this starting off the show, and I forgot to say it because when I tried to go live originally, I was having technical difficulties and not being able to go live. So it jumbled up my thought pattern and made me forget. Tonight's show is dedicated to the lost Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog Hall of Fame WWE ring. That's apparently it's been stole out of a trailer somewhere from the family. So I do hope they get that ring back. It's just uncalled for. That's uncalled for something like that to be taken. Something like that to be taken. Now let me hit on some history. History. 12 years ago, the other day, was the debut of the WWE Network. The debut of the WWE Network. All right. I'm telling you, man. When I first got the WWE Network, it was hell trying to get it to work. I remember it took me about a week or two to finally be able to watch anything all the way through. I mean, I try to watch different pay per views, and it's just like it kept cutting off and skipping and freezing up, and it was terrible, man. Their launch sucked. WWE's launch sucked. Like TKO's launch and greediness sucks. Taking away the live events, taking away being reasonably priced live events, trying to run WWE like it's UFC. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. The way the WWE Network launched is the way TKO is running things looks physically. I mean, WrestleMania tickets are, you get them, man. You just get them. They're not selling out like they used to be. They're not selling out like they used to be at all. And it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know what to say. I went to WrestleMania 25 in Houston. My dad was nice enough to get me and him the travel package, and we went. We had a good time, and you can't afford to do it now. An average person couldn't afford to do it now without selling a kidney or something. Honestly, and that was 12 years ago. The WWE Network was debuted, and now what do we have? We got Netflix with some of the main pay per views on it. Peacock got rid of the original programming. Peacock still shows NXT events, and it's just like, and ESPN is showing the premium live WWE events. I mean, you don't have the WWE Network like we had the WWE Network 12 years ago, in what 2014. I mean, you just don't. No kid will know what the WWE Network for $9.99 a month was really like. And then they got to a point, man, where they're losing money on it. They were losing money on it, and they couldn't figure out how to boost it up and make money on it. I mean, it's a freaking oxymoron. I mean, it's just like they couldn't figure out how to make money with the service. Couldn't figure out how to make money with the service at all. And they talked about doing different levels of membership levels, and it's like sort of like what TNA does, but they didn't do that. They didn't. They just left it at $9.99 before they sold it off to Peacock, and then Peacock got rid of it and got rid of this content, and now Netflix has the main pay-per-views, and Peacock has NXT, and ESPN is showing the premium live events each month. I mean, it's sad. It really is sad that they couldn't get that to work out. I would have been willing to pay more than the $9.99 a month to keep the WWE network. I'm sure that there's a lot of other people that would too. But then I'm sure there's a lot of those people that were changing email addresses once a month, and kept getting the free 30 days or whatever it was. And it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. But speaking of anniversaries, 24 years ago, Hogan and Rock had an anniversary about their match. And my question is, was the Hogan and Rock match as big as the Cena and Rock match? Cena and Rock trilogy, or two matches? I can't remember how many matches they had at WrestleMania. I think they had two or three. But I mean, I was watching this reel saying that Hogan nearly exposed the business by trying to give himself color and holding the blade out from in front of him where everybody could see it, and getting the blade from the ref where everybody could see it. And it's just like they're saying that Hogan shouldn't have wrestled that much longer anymore, and all that. It's just, I don't know. I do not remember that second Hogan and Rock match. I mean, I'm sure I've seen it. I guess I've seen it. If not, heck, like I said, it's on Netflix. I want to watch it. But I remember the one at WrestleMania. I remember when Hogan turned back from Hollywood Hulk Hogan to Hulk Hogan and turned face again, and just like part of me was against that. Part of me was wanting the NWO to continue, even though NWO is in a completely downward spiral. And but I don't know, man. It's just like 24 years ago. I mean, that's like about half my life ago, and it just doesn't seem like that's true. It really doesn't. Doesn't seem like that's true at all. And speaking of Hulk Hogan, he's being taken off Real American Beer. I saw where he's being taken off the can of Real American Beer. And what woke idiot decided to do that? That's what I want to know. Because there's no other Real American to the equivalent of a Hulk Hogan. There's no other Real American to the equivalent of the Hulk Hogan. And I'll say that again. And they're taking him off Real American Beer. And I think it's absolutely stupid. I think it's some woke idiot deciding to do it. And makes me wonder if they would have done it if he was still alive. And while they're trying to separate themselves, while Real American Beer is trying to separate themselves from their mascot virtually, who went to all these little independent liquor stores and areas that sold alcohol and set up a stand and met all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fans. It's like, honest to God, you can put these people in a boardroom. You can take some of these boardroom people out of the boardroom, right? You can take these boardroom people out of the boardroom, and you're not going to get a Hulk Hogan. You're just not. You're not going to get the the glory to fanhood, fan base, the big fan base that Hulk Hogan brought. I don't care who you put behind the Real American Beer ads. You're just not going to get it. I mean, I'm sorry. And I think it's ridiculous. I think it's disrespectful, and I don't think it's right. Now, look, some people might come at me if they hear this because of some things Hogan did in his past. But until you are a saint, until you commit no sin, don't come at me about what Hulk Hogan said or did in his past, because that was his past. He turned away from that, and as far as I know, he found Jesus and got baptized in the whole 9 yards. I mean, he turned away from it. He turned away from it. So unless you're a saint, unless you committed no sin, and the only person that's walked this earth that committed no sin was the Lord Jesus Christ. And so your name's not the Lord Jesus Christ. So say what you want about me. Say what you want about Hulk Hogan. All I know is nobody's perfect, and that it's just ridiculous for people to think they are. That people think they're better than this person or that person because this person or that person did this or that. Because I mean, it's just nobody's perfect. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's perfect. Hold on. We just take me a drink. Now let's see what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about Swerve and Omega. Let's hit AEW real quick. Let's hit AEW real quick. Swerve and Omega. That match last week was wilder than a cat. Well, wilder than a wildcat. I mean, it's all over the place, dropping each other on your head, bumps on the hitting the ring, post and this and that. And it's just like that match was crazy. That match was crazy. You didn't know who was going to win. And honestly, I'm glad Omega lost. I'm glad they're going to make him fight his way for a world title shot. At least that's the way it looks. I'm glad he's not going to have it easy to get a world title shot after being out of action with his intestines for as long as he was. And looks like his feud with Swerve isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And it's just going to be wild. It's going to get wilder and wilder. I mean, one thing I can say about AEW, they're firm on Extreme Rules matches, even though they're not an Extreme Rules hardcore company. I mean, they're not Extreme Championship Wrestling, that's for sure. But they're having women in strap matches. They're having women hardcore matches. They're having Texas death matches, all 9 yards. And it's just like, speaking of a Texas death match, I mean, if the Cowboy, loses to MJF, is he not going to get is he really going to stick to not getting a title shot again? I mean, that's just crazy. That's right up there where Cody Rhodes lost that match and made it to where he wouldn't get a title shot as long as he was in AEW. Now, look, speaking of Hangman Page and MJF, which was the better promo, Hangman Page and MJF or Reigns and Punk? Reigns and Punk or Hangman Page and MJF? Personally, I like the Hangman Page MJF promo better. Myself, personally. That's what I like better. I think MJF came up with a lot of heat. Kind of like hit Hangman from every angle. A lot more than just saying I don't like you, this and that, and whatever. I like the Hangman Page MJF promo better. I'm looking for that match better than I am Punk and Roman Reigns. Speaking of which, Liv Morgan chose her opponent for WrestleMania. Looks like it's going to be Stephanie Vaquer, and I'm glad about that. It makes me happy. That's what I wanted her to pick. And me personally, I won't see WrestleMania until it gets to Netflix, and because I'm not going to pay $40 a month for ESPN for a streaming service I will not use other than to watch a once a month pay per view. I'm just not going to do it. I would pay for the $40 a month for HBO Plus, HBO Max. I would pay the $40 a month for HBO Max and get all the AEW stuff and get all the movies and stuff before I'd pay $40 a month for ESPN. That's just saying. But the women of WWE are crazy right now. I mean, Liv knocked her out, man. Knocked Stephanie Vacura out, and walked a puddle in her, walked a puddle, stomped a mud hole in her, and walked it dry, man. It's just crazy. It's absolutely nuts. And I'm glad she picked Stephanie Vector because I mean I watched some of those promos between the two of them, and I felt more of a tension there, more of a heat there than between her and Jade. And I feel like also Stephanie Vector is probably more of an equal balance opponent to Liv Morgan's size and stature and stuff like that than a muscle bound Jade Cargill would be. Speaking of female wrestlers, what about Sol Ruka getting screwed by Zarya? Finally, Sol Ruka got screwed by Zarya. Got her NXT Women's Championship title match in the L column because Zarya attacked her before the match, and Sol Ruka, insisted on um, continuing the match, but she couldn't do it. She couldn't hang with Jessie Jane, and Jessie Jane won the match. I'm glad Zarya's now looking out for herself, coming for somebody that's looked out for himself for a while. Um, I'm glad that Zarya is now looking out for herself, and I hope she becomes the next NXT Women's Champion. I like to see her take it off Jessie Jane personally, and she already made her stake. She already made her claim, man, that she's coming after that belt. So we'll see what happens on NXT on Tuesday nights. And let's see where am I going to go for here. Well, let's stick on the women, man. Let's stick on women wrestling of sorts. Ronda Rousey is returning to the octagon in May, I believe, against Garnett. Who is she facing? Shoot, I really should make better notes. I mean, honestly, I really should make better notes. That might help me out better. I mean, I had so much stuff to talk about. It's just looking it up, y'all. Looking it up, y'all. I'm telling you, it's nonsense. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Where's the daggone thing at? I think I passed it. Carano? Rousey versus Carano. Gina Carano. That's what I was trying to think of. Ronda Rousey's facing Gina Carano at a Netflix event. This is going to be her first event since WWE, her first event since UFC. And my question is this going to be like a Jake Paul type thing? Is this going to be like a Jake Paul rigged as hell type thing? I mean, honest to God, I mean, is it? Or is it going to be a real fight? That's my question. Is it going to be a real fight, real rules, real expectations out of it? Or are we just going there, playing footsie and acting like we're hate each other and this and that, and it's not going to be anything real? I talked to one person and they wanted Gina Carano to play the next Wonder Woman. So, I think Gina Carano was in the Star Wars universe, if I remember correctly. And then you have Ronda Rousey, who's in the WWE universe. So it's a star packed deal. The stars are going to be out with all their bling on. But honestly, it's just like, is this going to be a real fight or not? Well, I guess time will tell on that one. Time will tell on that one. Speaking of this, let me go back to AEW real quick. Tommaso Ciampa lost his title in less than 2 weeks. Is this AEW's way of burying Tommaso Ciampa? That's what I want to know. Because WWE will take wrestlers, other companies, and they will bury him. They'll bury him. I mean, look how long it took Jordan Grace to get from NXT to WWE main roster. I mean, they will just bury him. They'll have him lose this time, that time, this time, that time. I mean, I thought things were going to get better with Paul Levesque, Triple H being in charge, but they're still burying people, man. It's just not right. It's just not right. And my question is this Tony Khan's way of burying Tommaso Ciampa? And I hope not, because the Psycho Killer came out with heat, man. He came out with heat. I love his theme song, and I really hope this is not his way of burying him. Really do hope that. One person that wasn't buried, though, one person that wasn't buried is AJ Styles. That's the incident. This Super Show was talking about AJ Styles. AJ Styles quit the WWE because he wanted to be a father. He wanted to play the role as dad. I mean, he wanted his kids to know of more than just a wrestler. He wanted to know of him as a dad. So he turned in his nose with WWE, retired. Here we go at the Royal Rumble, and we think that's that. Not only that, but AJ Styles was inducted in the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. What about that? That's wild in itself. I mean, to be have your final match at Royal Rumble of 2026, have your current first match entering the Royal Rumble, being a multiple time champion in different areas, and then being able to quit and hang up the boots, hang up the gloves, and to go home and play dad. That's just amazing to me. More people should do that. More people who are fathers should play father than just be consumed with their work all the time, or be consumed by themselves all the time. And I just it's a sensitive subject, but he went home to play dad, and but the question is, with Styles being inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame, should John Cena also be inducted in the WWE 2026 Hall of Fame? Oh, there's a big one. Should John Cena also be inducted in the 2026 Hall of Fame? That's a good question. Another bigger question is, who's the biggest star, AJ Styles or John Cena? I mean, AJ Styles' retirement tour consisted of like one match virtually. One match. If you lose this match, you retire. He lost the match. John Cena went over a year, you know, of matches and stuff, and botched storylines between the sell your soul stuff and the turning heel stuff, and it's just like, I don't know who is the biggest star, AJ Styles or John Cena. John Cena is a 17-time world. I mean, honestly, he is a 17-time world champion. And then you look at who all came out on Raw. Who all came out on Raw to send AJ Styles on his way, and it's just like Abyss and Mask and everything came out on Raw, and that's the only time you've seen Abyss in WWE in full costume. And it's just like, I mean, you can tell AJ Styles is loved, and you can tell that Uso wanted to eat, but you can tell, in all seriousness, you can tell AJ Styles is loved, and I hope he's happy. I was able to meet him once at the World of Wheels, and that made me very happy. I mean, he was nice enough to sign my belt, even though when the people around the table said, "No, you gotta go on. He can't sign it for you." Da da da. He's like, "It'll only take me a second to put AJ on it. I don't even know who put Styles, but I know who put AJ." But it's great, It's great. It's great to see other people step down, older people step down, younger people step up. We got the Elimination Chamber coming up. I believe it's this weekend, and I'll be back next Wednesday night. with episode 8 of the Unknown Asylum, or the Wednesday Night Asylum podcast.